Hi, my dear brilliant diamonds. Let us quickly start our quick revision tour on chapter 3 pair of linear equations in two variables. And in this chapter, exercise 3.1 is related to graphical method of solutions, 3.2 is related to substitution method, 3.3 is related to elimination method. We have three exercises in this chapter 3. Before proceeding further, please go through some important instructions. Let us now discuss some important and key concepts of this chapter. So first and foremost thing which you have to focus in this chapter is form pair of linear equations when they will give what problems. After that you have to solve the problems using different methods as mentioned on the screen. And all these things we will be solving in this video. But before doing all those things, you have to recall the knowledge which you have learnt in your ninth class. What is that? Linear equations in one variable. So let us recall the knowledge which you have learnt in your ninth class. What is that? Linear equations in one variable. We have provided here 9 equations. From these 9 equations, you have to identify which are linear equations in one variable.
Your time starts now.
Hope you might have tried and entered your correct answer in the comment box. And see here on the screen this first one and third and fourth, sixth and seventh. These are the linear equations in one variables, whereas remaining 2, 5, 8, 9 are linear equations in two variable. And this is what we are going to discuss in this chapter. What? Linear equations in two variables we are going to deal in this chapter. Now let us take one more situation and form pair of linear equations. In this situation they have given that there is a rectangular field and its length is 4 meters more than breadth, but we don't know what is its length, so we are assuming its length as x meters, breadth as y meters. Now from this given information we can write x is nothing but length is equal to breadth plus 4 means y plus 4. So this is one equation we can write. When you transpose this y towards left, you can write x minus y is equals to 4. Then they have given half the perimeter of a rectangular garden is 36 meters. It means length plus breadth, only one length and one breadth. When you add, you will get 36. So x plus y is equal to 36 meters. So this is one equation we found. This is second equation we found. So this is how we need to form pair of linear equations in two variables in this chapter. Let us now discuss one more important and key concept. What is that? Graphical method. In this method, by comparing coefficients of the given two linear equations, we can confirm whether the two lines are intersecting, are coinciding, or parallel. This is how we can confirm. So see here, if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then we can say these two lines are intersecting lines. If a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2, then we can say the given pair of lines or equations are coincident lines or coinciding lines. If a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2, then the given pair of lines are parallel lines. So by comparing the coefficients of the given pair of lines, we can say whether they are intersecting, coinciding and parallel. If the lines are intersecting, then we can say they are consistent lines. If they are coincident lines, then we will say consistent and dependent. If they are parallel, we will call them as inconsistent lines. Let us try to understand this graphical method of solutions with some examples. So in this first example, we need to check whether this pair of lines are intersecting lines or not. And we know the condition. What is that? If a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then we can say this given pair of lines are intersecting. So here a1 by a2 is 2 by 5, b1 by b2 is equals to minus 3 by minus 2. Since these two ratios are not equal, we can say this given pair of lines are intersecting lines. Let us take one more example. Here we need to check whether this pair of lines are parallel or not, and the condition is if a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2, then we can say this given pair of lines are parallel. So a1 by a2 is 2 by 4, b1 by b2 is minus 3 by 6, c1 by c2 is 8 by 8. So this is what the given conditions we can see, and a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. So we can say this given pair of lines are parallel lines. Let us take one more example. Here we need to check whether these two lines are coincident or not, and the condition is if all these ratios are equal, then we can say this pair of lines are coincident lines. And see here the ratios, we can see all these ratios are equal only. Hence we can say the given pair of lines are coincident lines. Let us solve one more example on graphical method. In this, they are asking us to identify which of the following pairs is parallel pair, and the condition is if a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2, then we can say that particular pair is a parallel pair. So let us see each and every pair. In option A means in the first pair a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. So this pair is intersecting lines. In second pair all the three ratios are equal, so these are coincident lines. In option C we have a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. Hence we can say this pair is parallel pair. So option C is the correct answer for this given question. Once you have a look at this particular table, which is really going to help you to solve the problems which are there on graphical method of solutions. Here we have provided examples also. Now you please try all these three questions and comment your answers in the comment box after watching this video. Now let us discuss one more important topic. What is that? Substitution method. In algebraic method of solutions we have two types. In that now we are going to discuss substitution method. So let us try to understand how to solve the given problem using substitution method. See here on the screen we have two equations. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now from equation 1 what we can write is when you transpose this x towards right side, y is equals to 14 minus x, we can write from this equation. Now the important step in this substitution method is this y is equal to 14 minus x we are going to substitute in this equation 2. So that is the reason only we will call it as a substitution method. So in equation 2 in place of y we are going to put 14 minus x, so we can get the value of x after simplification. What we have done here, in place of y we are just substituting 14 minus x, then after simplification we will get x is equals to 9. Let us take this x is equals to 9 and substitute in any one of the equations. So now we are going to substitute x is equals to 9 in equation 2. So when you write in place of x 9 and simplify, you will get y value also. Finally, using this substitution method we got the values of x and y. Let us take one more example. In this problem also they have given two equations. This is equation 1, this is equation 2. Now from this equation 1, when you transpose this t towards right side, you can write s is equal to 3 plus t. Now this s is equals to 3 plus t. If you substitute in equation 2, means in place of s, what you have to do? You have to write 3 plus t. So we are going to now substitute the value of s in equation 2. So again I am repeating, that is the reason only we will call this method as substitution method. Now we are going to put the value of s in equation 2. Then after simplification we will get the value of t as shown here on the screen. You have clear steps which really helps you to understand on your own. Finally we got the value of t. Let us take the value of t is equal to 6 and substitute in any one of the equation. So if you substitute t is equals to 6 in equation 1, so in place of t we have just written 6, then we got s is equals to 9. Finally we got the value of t and s using substitution method. Let us discuss now another method in algebraic methods. What is that? Elimination method. So let us discuss with one example first of all. So here they have given two equations. So let us assume this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. Now these two equations we need to solve using elimination method. So for that purpose, what we are going to do is, we will multiply this equation 1 with 2. Why? If we multiply with 2, we will get 2x plus 2y is equals to 10. So 2x gets cancelled. Means what our focus is? Our main focus is we have to eliminate either x term or y term. So that is the reason only we will call this method as elimination method. Since we now focusing to eliminate x term, we are going to multiply this equation 1 with 2 on both sides. So we will get 2x plus 2y is equals to 10 and we are assuming it as equation 3. Now from this third equation, if you subtract second equation, you can eliminate the x term. So now we are going to subtract this second equation from this third equation. So when you are subtracting, you have to change the symbols. So 2x minus 2x gets cancelled. Finally you will get 5y is equals to 6. From this y is equals to 6 by 5 you got. How you got? By eliminating x term, you got the value of y. Now let us take this y is equal to 6 by 5 and substitute any one of these equations. So now we are substituting y is equals to 6 by 5 in equation 1. So in place of y, we are just putting 6 by 5. Then after simplification, you will get x is equals to 19 by 5. Finally, using this elimination method also, we got the values of x and y. Let us now solve one more problem on this elimination method, and here we have two equations. This is equation 1 and this is equation 2. And in our previous problem we have eliminated x term. So now let us try to eliminate the y term. So to eliminate this y term, what we are going to do is, we are going to multiply this second equation with 2 on both sides. So you will get 4x minus 4y is equal to 2. If you assume this as equation 3, and if you add this third with 1, equation 1, then we will get the result as shown here on the screen. See here, 4y gets cancelled, means we have eliminated the y term and we got x is equals to 2. How? After elimination of y term, we got the value of x is equals to 2. Let us take this x value 2 and substitute in equation 1. So in place of x, if you put 2, you will get the value of y. How much? 1. Finally, with the help of this elimination method, we got the values of x and y, and this is how we need to solve the problems using elimination method. Before proceeding further, an important notice to all of you. Please find the link in the description related to worksheet on this particular chapter. Let us do quick summary on what are all the things which we have discussed in this video. First, we have discussed about linear equations in one variable. Then we formed pair of linear equations when they have given different situations. Then we have discussed the solutions related to graphical method, algebraic methods, in that substitution and elimination method, and on all these things we have done some problems also. Look at the problems which we have solved in this video. We first discussed about identifying linear equations in one variable, and we have formed pair of linear equations on these two examples, and then we used this particular table and solved the problems using graphical method of solutions. And then we have done problems on substitution method, in that we solved these two problems, and of course in elimination method we have solved these two problems. Hope our quick revision tour is really helping you to save your health, energy and time, and if yes, please share with as many friends as possible so that you can help them. Thanks for watching and learning. Have a nice day.